this is Larry London, and I welcome you once again to Border Crossings. Today, we're talking to an international duo who call themselves, I believe it is Kairo. Is that how you say your names?
Yes, sir.
Kairo. Now, it's interesting because they've called themselves Kairo. They're originally from Nigeria. They are living in Houston. Quite a bunch of information to process.
Yeah.
Welcome EJ and AK, who just met each other today for the first time.
Hello. Hello.
Welcome, guys. It's great to have you here on the show.
Thank you for having us. Yes, please. Thank you. Goodness.
So who's EJ?
I'm EJ.
And you're AK. That leaves AK for you. So
Yeah.
what does EJ stand for and what does AK stand for?
So my full name is Ejirogene Daniel Ojigoro, but people really can't say that.
Yeah.
And I think in middle school, I had a friend named TJ, and I was like, "Yo, your name's sick." In like sixth grade, I was like, "All right, I'm changing my name to EJ."
Yeah.
And then he just followed suit.
Yeah, I just followed suit. My full name is Ape Wogene Daniel Ojigoro, so it's like kind of the same endings and everything like that, but AK and EJ is just so much easier for everybody.
Well, one of the cool things about this interview is not only is this seen on the web here in the US, but we have a large following in Nigeria, where you guys are original from. So the people in Nigeria, they can say your name. Us people here in America, very hard to say. But we'll stick with EJ and AK. Who's older?
Me.
2 minutes.
Yes.
2 minutes older. Is he bossier? Is he,
Yes. Yes.
People say that I act like the oldest.
Don't listen to him.
People
Don't
say
listen
that.
to him.
How old are you guys?
21.
21, and he's 21 in 2 minutes.
Yes.
So, all right. So basically, you guys, what makes two brothers decide they want to record music together? I mean, you hang out together, you grew up together, you play together, you go to school together, and now you want to work together?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we started in the church, really. We started in the church, and we sang for our dad's church for the worship team and everything.
And then, after that, I started putting out covers on my Instagram in high school, freshman year. And then soon after, he followed suit, and we started doing covers. And then we started hey, let's start putting out original music, and then just
started the cycle.
Yeah.
And
Is it true what they say about twins? Do you guys really finish each other's sentences? Do you really like the same exact things, the same foods, the same type of music?
It's true for us.
It's true for us.
Yeah.
Not 100% everything, but most things are the same. We'll catch ourselves singing the same lyrics to the same song at the same time randomly,
or finding the same harmony at the same time.
Yeah, it's like some science experiment. It's kind of weird.
Have you ever used it to your advantage, like in school, when one of you got sick, the other one gets to go out with the same girl, but she doesn't know?
We actually tried once to switch classes, and he messed it up.
I didn't mess up. Somebody in that class was like, "Oh, this is not AK." Started ratting me out. I was like, "Come on, bro."
That's right. He gets the C's. You're getting A's. What's up with that? You can't be the same guy.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
So why did you call yourselves Kairo? Give me the story behind that name.
So we'd been looking for a name for a month. We were like, man, we had another name before, and it just wasn't up to par with what we wanted. So we're just okay, we need a whole new. We need to redo this and stuff. So we looked for a month. We were just pitching.
Yeah.
Nothing was working. And then I started writing our names down on a notebook. And his short name of his full name is EJIRO. So I was like, okay, I wrote that down. Then I wrote AK. So I was like, okay, let's see if we can combine these. So I took AK, flipped it, and then I took the end of his name, which is IRO. And I put it together. I was like, oh, this sounds really cool. At first, I was like, okay, this is another one that we're not going to use. Yeah. And then EJ walked in, and I was like, what do you think of Kairo? I was like, this is it. Yeah. This is it, right?
Well, that's great. I mean, this is exciting times for you guys. You have a brand new EP coming out, Love Letters from Houston.
Yes.
And that's because that's what you call home now, is Houston.
Yes.
You guys are down the block from Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce. So, I mean, it's been a long road from Nigeria, and I want to hear more about that story. But, in Houston right now, you're paying tribute to your home city.
Yes.
Are there songs on the album about Houston, Texas?
There's one song that we say 713. Was it 713? She's in the 818. where we had like, our process was like, we had producers and our managers who were all in LA, and we would fly out from Houston and go to LA and record and make all the music.
Yeah.
But like all the ideas would be stemmed, and like we just like make the hooks and everything in Houston, and it all started from there. So we just went over there to flesh it out. And yeah, so I think that's one of the songs where we like pay homage to like, okay, this is like from Houston first, 7-1. And yeah, it's really
that song's called Daydream off the EP.
What are you going to do for us first? What song are you going to play?
Ooh, that is a good question. I think Someone Like You.
Yeah, it's the
first single that we did. That we put out.
So tell me about the song. Which one of you wrote it? What's the story of the song itself?
Yeah,
he wrote the hook.
I wrote the hook in Houston, and I was just like playing. At the time I could barely play guitar as good as I can now, but I just had some few chords, and I was like, this is a cool hook, and then pitched it over to our producers Adam and JL, and we're like, okay,
we all just went in and wrote the thing.
Just wrote the whole thing, and it was pretty dope.
Yeah.
So,
and what's the song about?
Yeah, it's
kind of like a cry in the sense of like you're wondering how you got so lucky with the person that you love. So
having a significant other that's like, oh, like I don't deserve this type of thing. And it's like just kind of crazy. Like, how could someone like you love somebody like me? Like, I'm this and you're this.
Yeah, it's like the first stage of like infatuation with somebody.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. And the name of the song again is
Someone Like You.
Someone Like You. Here are Kairo, and this is Border Crossings.
When I close my eyes and I feel your love that I see, how could someone like you love somebody like me? And I know it might mean nothing, but you're everything to me. Woo.
Border Crossings, they are Kairo, and that's Someone Like You, which is, I believe that's on the new EP, right?
Yes.
That was the first single off the new EP.
Yeah.
Wow. Very, very exciting times. Is this your first EP? Is this the debut?
Yes. Yeah.
Debut project.
Wow. It's real exciting times. And so what do you got planned for the future? There must be a tour coming up.
Cool.
We have a show next week.
We have a show.
Yeah.
All right.
May 25th, whenever the whole EP gets out.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you got to have a tour. The tour's got to be more than one show. So I'm sure there's going to be a tour.
Yeah.
They're going to hopefully take you around the world. And you guys, speaking of around the world, you're born in Nigeria. How much time did you spend in Nigeria before you moved to Houston?
Like
before we came here, we spent 16 months.
Like 16. Yeah. We won
the visa lottery.
Our family won the visa lottery, and we moved from there to California first. And then, because we moved to California because the ticket and the people that ran the visa lottery, their like headquarters were in California. So that's where we thought we had to go. And we got there like, oh, this is expensive. And we moved down to Texas, which the heat and everything is kind of the same as like Nigeria and everything. Yeah. So it was like, all right, we found our place. But yeah.
So you weren't even 2 years old when you guys moved here?
No.
So you don't have much memory about back home in Nigeria?
Not too much.
We went back when we were like 7 years old,
yeah.
But other than that,
I definitely want to go back soon, very soon.
That's our goal.
Now, how big is your family?
Too big.
Way
too big.
There's so many.
I have so many, like, we have so many cousins and people that like say that they're our cousins, or we're like, are we sure? Are we blood related? And it's like all just all together.
Any, brothers and sisters that are also doing music or seem to have an interest in music?
Yeah, we have a little sister. Yeah. She writes some songs. She's 14.
Yeah, she's pretty crazy.
She's better than us.
I was not writing songs like that.
Wow. So who do you guys get inspired by? I mean, who are your influences musically?
When we first, like, honestly, I think when we first started in music, it was like when we were younger, we saw like Justin Bieber and
Jonas Brothers.
Jonas Brothers was a big one because we were like, oh, they're a brother band.
Yeah.
You got to try this and like, do this as well. But yeah, I think it's like, Khalid, who else?
Ed Sheeran, Shawn Mendes, a lot of the pop stars that are in the industry right now. Like, taking a lot of influence.
So that's how you describe your music. It's pretty well mainstream pop.
Yes, and there's a few like flashes of R&B as well, and
some like rock pop, a little.
Yeah,
in some like future down the line.
Future projects, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a tough question. Who is the best brother band of all time?
Ooh. I think we'd have to probably go with Joe.
We'd probably go with Jonas Brothers,
yeah,
honestly.
that's just us.
Really?
That's us because we grew up on them.
Yeah.
You got the Bee Gees, you got the Everly Brothers, you got Oasis, you got so many brother bands.
Yeah.
It's true.
I don't know. Something about that Disney Channel got us hooked.
Well, we're hopeful that you guys are going to go out on a tour because, you know, the world would like to meet you. They're meeting you right now. We are on in 100 countries. The military, the troops are also watching and listening to us right now. And meeting EJ and AK and Kairo from originally from Nigeria for all of 16 months, but basically from Houston, Texas. And so this visa lottery thing, I get a lot of people who write me from Nigeria that are listeners that are trying to win it, want to win it. Your family won it. Is there a secret to it, or is there just a random thing?
Our mom at first wanted to go to the UK to have us, and like they were like, have your kids before you come. And then she went back after she had us, like, no. And then so she went back home, and then one of our uncles was like, yo, you should apply for the visa lottery. And like everybody was laughing, like, there's no way. And then we won it. And then like
now we're here.
Wow.
I don't have any tips, but
So you still have friends and family back in Nigeria, and you said you went back there a few years ago. So did the people, when you go back, say, what's it like in America? What is, what do you tell people about Houston and about life here as you've been living it for your whole lives?
When we call them, we talk about like how life is different and everything like that. With like little things that we take for granted here aren't the same.
Definitely. Yeah. We've had like a bunch of our cousins like back home, like they're all singers as well. And like they've done a bunch of projects and stuff, and like they've auditioned, like they've been on like Nigeria's Got Talent and stuff like that. And it's been like it's been a whole cool experience to see like how their experience in like the music industry there and music industry here is totally different. Yeah. And like all the like different additions and subtractions, that's really cool. Yeah.
So what is you've got the EP out, Love Letters from Houston. What's coming up next? How do you finish that or follow that up? Is there another EP, have an album? What is the plan for you guys?
Yeah, I think first we're going to start with maybe a remix of one of our songs off the EP.
Yeah, I think that's coming. And then after that, I definitely think we'll drop another EP this year. Yeah, later on, like fall time. We don't know a name for that right now.
Nothing's confirmed.
Yeah,
the music is done, but
yeah.
You haven't picked a name? What are the names you're tossing around?
I know we had like some other thing like Return to Sender. Yeah, talking about the letters. Yeah, which could be cool. But or like something to do from LA or something. I don't know, but we're just like
something that like builds the world between EP1 and EP2.
We're trying to like connect it.
Yeah.
But
excellent. Would you guys do another song for us?
Yes.
What's the next single or the next tune?
Anymore Anyway.
Yeah, I think Anymore Anyway.
So tell me about it.
Ooh, okay. This song is very, very deep. It's a song that basically you have a lot of questions about a relationship that you had and how that person's doing after you guys have finally split up and stuff.
And after having so much time after a breakup, it's like, should I even call you? Should I? Yeah, because we're two different people at this point. And the chorus is like, I don't even know you anymore anyway. Yeah. So yeah, kind of like in your feels, like very in your feels. Some sad stuff, but yeah. It's a tearjerker for real. Yeah, honestly.
Anywhere, Anyway?
Anywhere, Anyway, yeah.
All right. Well, here we go. Kairo, once again, this is Border Crossing. Stay with us. Love Letters to Houston. That's from Kairo, who are with us today, joining us. I believe you're home. Are you guys at home in Houston right now?
Right now, we're in El Paso. Yeah. We're on a drive back from California to Houston.
Yes.
But, so you've been doing some showcase things and performing some music for
rehearsing
for the show.
Yes.
On Wednesday.
Wow, so good. So tell me about your show. What's it going to be like when we go out to see Kairo? Are we going to see dancing? We're going to see lasers. What are we going to see?
I'd say expect the unexpected because right now we have 3 songs out.
Yeah, we have 3 songs and they're all like really chill.
Yeah,
but I think we're going to perform some unreleased and
a lot of unreleased.
And it's like full band stuff, so it's gonna be sick.
And so this journey that together, has it been a lifelong thing, or was it an idea in the last few years? I mean, how did the plan to actually make a group together come about?
Yeah. In high school, we put out some songs, and we had our friend Rishi, who was our like producer back then, would help us like put out stuff. And then whenever the pandemic hit and during college, we went back home and we started doing covers on like TikTok, and that blew us up to like 1 million followers, and we got reached out to by our managers and producers, and from there we're like, hey, let's like see if we can start doing actual original music and like get a whole brand and get everything like set and ready. And from then it was like, all right, I think this is like mutual, that let's like go on forward together, like as a real group duo.
Well, that's great. I mean, and it's not easy. I mentioned it at the very beginning. It really isn't easy to be in a band with somebody you live with, love, family member, you know. I mean, it's a different kind of tension or stress, or, you know, there's different kinds of challenges where you need your space sometimes, but yet you're working together. Are you guys competitive?
Always.
Definitely.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely.
We always fight over like which verse was better.
Yeah.
Like, who gets this part of a song?
Oh, okay. Well, you know, there's a lot of good, like Chloe and Haley, they have just kind of decided to do their own solo stuff. I mean, right now, for the time being, Chloe's got her thing. So what, you know, I mean, you guys are going to stay together as a group. You're also doing solo stuff as well, other projects. How do you envision the future, the next couple of years for you?
I think we'd probably stay together for as long as we would like to.
Yeah.
I mean, solo projects aren't like our biggest thing on our minds right now.
We haven't really thought of any like solo projects. Anything I've really thought of was really just us together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're gonna stick together.
Yeah.
What do you think is your greatest strength, songwriting or singing?
That's a good question. I think singing, because singing is probably. I think we're still building our songwriting abilities.
Yeah.
Definitely better than 2 years ago when we were just like rhyming words.
Yeah.
But now, we're definitely.
I think for me, it's more building the songwriting. Like the singing was my first thing, and then now like really focus on
trying to catch up on the songwriting,
especially for these projects that are going to be.
So, and the songs on Love Letters from Houston are about love. Obviously, the first two songs you've done for us are about love, relationships.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a concept EP. It's got a story, and the theme is love.
Definitely.
And so, I mean, when you're writing songs, is it a collaboration? Does one of you do the lyrics and one of you does the melody? What's the process for you guys, for Kairo?
It's usually, I mean, for EP1 specifically, EJ had a lot of the hooks like already done. So he came up to me with the hooks, and then I would just come in with like the verses and like how we would lead into the hooks. And we just, from there, like I would either edit his hook, and then we'd like make the verses like make sense going into each other and stuff.
We would take all these ideas to the studio, and our producers would work on the beat, and while they're working on that, we're in the back like working on the lyrics. Then they turn around and we like all together finish it out. And
and so when there's a disagreement, who gets the last word? I mean, is it a rock, paper, scissors, or is there somebody you guys have figured out, you know, I'm 2 minutes older, so I'm going to win this? Or do you go back and forth? How's that work?
It honestly, so there are times in the studio when we're like, I want this verse, and we'll rock, paper, scissors for it.
Yeah.
So that's how it ends up. But
that's great. That's great. Well, you guys are a lot of fun, you know, and it's very exciting, you know, the music you're doing. And is there anybody you want to collaborate with, who you'd like to work with on your wish list?
Gosh,
I think every artist that we mentioned before, Khalid,
Justin Bieber,
Sean, Ed Sheeran would be insane. So many like
Bruno Mars,
Anderson .Paak, so many like talented and compelling artists.
And how has COVID impacted your ability to do what you do? I mean, you know, we're coming out of it finally, but you know, being stuck in a house where you can't go outside, did that help your songwriting? Did it hurt the process? I mean,
I honestly think it helped us in the sense of getting us to like where we are today. We were working a lot on like our content that we were doing for TikTok at first, and that like helped us get like reached out to and just put our faces in front of other people. And I think like it taught us like discipline, definitely, because it was like, okay, you can just sit down here and do nothing, or you can try and like write and like create some more stuff. And
I think it gave us more things to write about too, like just like you felt the emotions a lot, so not being surrounded by people that much. So like you were just left to like either write about it or just not talk about it. So, yeah.
All right, we got time for one more song. So what's the last one you're going to treat us to?
This one's called Love on TV.
Yes.
This one is a personal favorite too.
Love on TV.
Yes.
What's that about?
Oh.
Obviously love on TV, but there must be some story.
This one is, I wrote this hook a few years ago, but it's about like, the hook says, if love isn't what we see on TV screens and write in our journals and live in our dreams, then what are we doing this for? And I think I was watching like an episode of like Martin, and I was like seeing like Martin and Gina and like their like relationship and stuff. And I was like, yo, this would be cool to like write about like whenever like you see stuff like this on TV, people like see movies and everything. It's like, well, if it's not like this, and I don't want it. And so like, I thought it was pretty cool to like put that into a song. And, and that's how
All right. Love on TV. Here are Kairo.
Give me a moment to just one mistake makes us fall to our knees. We both know we're hurt, but still do as we please. What we doing this for? Tell me, what are we doing this for? Is this for nothing? Or nothing at all? Is it nothing? Nothing. Thought we were something. I thought we were something. Is this for nothing? Nothing, nothing at all. Is it nothing? Nothing. Thought we were something. Thought we were something. Thought we were something.
Border Crossings, they are Kairo, and that is Love on TV, and it's love on your radio, love on your television, love in the air, and Love Letters from Houston, the name of their newest EP, their debut EP. This is a very exciting time to be in the music business, coming out of COVID now finally. And so people want to get the new EP. Where do they go? I guess Spotify, iTunes, all the places.
Everywhere. Everywhere. Yes.
Everywhere and anywhere. And so your plans are to tour. Right now, you only have one show confirmed.
Yes.
Hopefully, you guys will do an international tour. If people want to reach out to you and they want to say hi and get to know you around the world, the homies in Nigeria want to say hey. So where do they go? I mean, where can people find you on social media and on the web?
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
It's I love you, Kairo.
Yeah.
I love
That's
you.
it? That's your handle everywhere? I love you, Kairo. On Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. I love you, Kairo.
Yeah, everywhere.
And how about your website? Your www.
We are working on a website.
Ah, you're working on it.
We're working on
All
it.
right. Well, I think there's a country that's got Kairo all wrapped up right now, so you can't take that name. But I love you, Kairo might work as well. So we've got, EJ and AK are talking to us from, they're in Texas. And what brings you to El Paso?
Our uncle is here.
Yeah.
And we were
Yeah. On the way back, we just stopped by
California. I didn't know that El Paso was 10 hours away from Houston. Yeah. So we're like, oh, okay, now we got to split up the drive. But yeah, it's
so when you go places like LA and then there's Texas and I assume other cities and other states as well, do you notice a difference when you're performing in the audiences?
Totally different.
Oh yeah, like
LA is a different aspect.
There's like, LA is a bunch of different characters.
Yeah.
I feel like as you go out of LA, you can kind of see not necessarily more normal people, but at least like just like relaxed.
Yeah, people aren't as putting on a act.
Well, you guys are real and definitely you have that chill vibe about you. You guys are laid back and having a lot of fun. And, I really appreciate you doing this for us. And since the troops are tuned in and we've also got, the worldwide audience for our meeting Kairo for the first time, do you guys want to send out a message, a shout out you want to make to anybody?
I don't know.
Thank you for your service and just when you
thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for listening to us, I guess.
Hopefully you guys like us.
Yeah.
It's EJ and AK. How can you not like them? Thank you guys for being on the show. Kairo is the name of the band, and Love Letters from Houston is the name of their new EP. My name is Larry London, and you are watching Border Crossings on VOA TV. Thanks for tuning in.